Hey guys, welcome to the MrMaple Show. I took my mother-in-law out for her birthday and my wife out to visit Buccholz Farm. I want to give you a little sights and scenes around Buccholz Farm as we toured around. We've really been expanding the place and beefing up a lot of what was outside. When Tim and I purchased the nursery a year ago, there wasn't many plants outside. And so we've been really striving to, build up back to what it used to be back in the kind of 09 numbers.
Corbin's actually putting together a video from what it looked like when we got the place to what it looks like now.
That'd be pretty cool.
And so you can actually see some of the growth and the expansion that we've been working on at Buchholz and working hard to provide more trees for, y'all here at MrMaple, but also at Buchholz Nursery. That's actually the pavilion where Talon got married with Haruko.
Yeah, there's multiple parts down here. We're kind of driving by what's considered the Blue Forest on the left. Here's some of our ponds back here that provide some of the water for the nursery. Now, as we go back here to this area, there's a whole different area of greenhouses. Lots of great plants. We've been striving to kind of beef things up. It's one of those weeping styrax that's purple back there. One of the cool ones we're offering.
That's a next level plant, Nightfall.
Oh, I love that thing.
I mean, it's just next level as a weeping styrax, purple leaves, gorgeous blooms that you love with the styrax, the snowbells. I mean, just spectacular.
And tons of Japanese maples. You know what Buccholz Farm is famous for. We've got a lot of great plants out there. Some of these will be coming to MrMaple. Some will be headed out wholesale from Buccholz Farm.
I mean, many of these trees were in, 3s or 1s or 2s when we purchased the nursery, and they were taking up greenhouse space, and now they're outside here, using some of this ground space, and we've got 1 gallons now in all those nursery spots in the cold frames.
Some great plants, some interesting ones. We're passing a new Conifer introduction called Thunderstruck, was that yellow there on the left. So many great maples, though. We've really been beefing up production so that we can kind of meet demands and just offer some of the most exciting plants from the Floral Wonder collection. We're really focused on anything that's been introduced by Talon Buchholz and Matt and Tim here at MrMaple. We have the Area 51 collection. So anything that's been introduced in those collections tends to get added.
And here on the right, we're passing one of the largest, probably the largest Macawi Etabusa in the world right there on the right. Yep, I said it. That's the Macawi Etabusa. We have a whole video breakdown on that as well. And then we have a large Kamigata right there.
So many great greenhouses. There's so many fun plants. And again, we've just been kind of increasing volume at each of these places as well. This house, since this video, is completely full of 1 gallons now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of plant movement here, so plants get moved from one house to the next, and then they go through and clean out the house. They take a sprayer and actually go through and spray and clean out all the floor, and that's what they just did with that one house.
So Buchholz is a wholesale farm, so we're constantly taking tractor-trailer amounts out of here and shipping them out to some of the most interesting boutique garden centers around the United States. The giant elephant, the famous elephant there. Then behind that, there's the mountain of Tamukiyamas that create this interesting Tamukiyama cave. Such a fun place. And it was fun to get my mother-in-law out here. You have to check out the video where I take her out and we see some orcas, humpback whale, and we really just get to see a lot of what's going on the Pacific Northwest. Kind of get out there. We got to go to the Northwest Trek and see some different animals as well that are native to the area.
Now on the left right there, that's a big sumagaki. And it's one of the biggest sumagakis I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, we're about to head under the Alpenweiss. That is the mother of eye candy right there. So many cool plants coming up around this office. Buchholz Nursery, these grounds were purchased from J.D. Vertree's family by Talon Buchholz about 48 years ago. We purchased this property 1 year ago from Talon. So it's just a fun place. There's so many just monumental, amazing plants here that have been around for so long.
It's interesting to see that house empty right there because now it's filled with grass.
Right. This was slightly before all the stuff got potted up, so it changes quickly out here at Buchholz Nursery. There's a lot going on. We've got a lot of different little projects we're working on. bringing back conifers, bringing back all kinds of amazing plants. There's a whole Macawa seedling evaluation block. Don't slow down and show them all those red ones. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Y'all, I've got a full breakdown later on Macawa evaluations that's coming out soon if it's not already aired. You're going to need to check out that video because I break down all the cool Macawa variations that we're seeing right now at the Buccholz Farm through all the Macawa seedlings. Just a real fun, geeky video you'll probably enjoy.
I've got my wife and my mother-in-law on this golf cart, which is a 2-seater. So Amy's actually sitting on her mom, hanging on to the GoPro while we're riding around to show you this place. If you're wondering why we're filming the way we are. Such an amazing place. So this is the giant fairy hair back there behind the Macawa. There's just, you could visit this place 100 times. Now, we were actually in one of the craziest heat waves. You see how orange everything looks? They had a 300-acre fire about 11 miles from this while we're filming this. So it had just gotten out like the day actually before we filmed this, but they were experiencing like a record heat wave. So it was like literally right around 100 degrees. If you see it, it looks warm, it is warm. So the golf cart felt pretty good to be riding around on. I love this set of icebreakers in here too. There's a whole patch of icebreakers. This is one of the main areas to enter the garden, and there's so many amazing plants back in here too.
Yeah, right there in front of us was a orange dreamer that is the mother plant to marmalade. That's where marmalade was found underneath that tree.
All of this was unused property before, so we've all gotten this into production for conifers, giant icebreakers in there, and like 20s. This area is actually all the way full now. It's kind of crazy. I mean, back when this was filmed, this whole area hadn't been filled up. You guys have already probably ordered some of these plants on Lieutenant 10 already. So this video is a couple months in the making.
You see those Ginch White there, the Suga Ginch White. I mean, this whole house is just filled with unique, interesting, rare conifers. And, it's so exciting. I'm hoping next year we'll be able to fill this up with more conifers, but also a lot of our seedling evaluations we'll be evaluating as well. And there's so many cool plants down through here. I mean, all these 80s piccolo down there on the right. On the left, you're seeing the whipcord grafted on standards, which is such a fun way to have that through you.
We've really been picking up the conifer production here at Buchholz Nursery, and just a lot of great conifers, and they're really grown so well here. Really quality material. Yeah, but this area is probably doubled in size, so that area outside now is actually pretty full. Just within a month apart.
Capressus arizonica blue ice right there. I mean, everywhere you turn here, interesting conifers. If they're conifers that we sent, or if they're conifers that Talon Buchholz had in production, it's going to be fun getting to cultivate and pick what conifers we focus on going forward, because there's so much to choose from.
Is it in 2025 or 2026 when the American Conifer Society's coming? I think it's 2026.
Could be.
I'd have to look at my calendar, but we're going to have a huge meeting here of the American Conifer Society. So many interesting Dawn redwoods in these houses too. A lot of these hoop houses weren't even in production.
Some Peve Tunnus and Twisted Sister lyrics. So many cool conifers in here. The Sherman's Norlick are in here in 1s and 2s. And then we also have some Miss Grace 1 gallons as well.
A lot of areas we haven't had in production that we're filling out here at Buchholz Nursery. It's a 25-acre farm, so it allows us to kind of run wild a little bit, get into some different projects, and just create new material. So whenever I'm out there, I love to film some content for you guys just to kind of show you what we're working on. And love Dawn redwoods. Those will always be in production at MrMaple and Buchholz Nursery. So many conifer sections. This is a completely different conifer house than we walked up before. A lot of larger stuff and bigger pots in here. A lot of the stuff will be headed out to some amazing garden centers.
See those whipcords again on standards there, probably a 5 or a 7 gallon. Just such a unique way to grow the Western cedar like that.
Big bald cypress. Wait till you see some of these icebreakers here at the back of this house. We drove by them quickly earlier, but This whole house is filled in now. It changes constantly because when we ship out of this farm, sometimes we're shipping a tractor trailer load at a time. So houses can change quite a bit from month to month. Just some really nice larger material in here though. I believe these icebreakers down here are standards and 10s. Great size heads on those. Just really nice big icebreakers.
We got a few of those left right now on Mr. Maple.
And more conifers, guys. The conifers don't stop. Like we've got, you know, all the space now to just kind of run wild and grow. So that's what we're doing out here. We've been sending a lot of material to Buchholz from Mr. Maple even to get it bigger. We've been growing a ton of conifers on out here. I'm really excited about what we're able to do conifer-wise in our expansion.
And you know, we've brought a number of these conifers to Mr. Maple right now. But right now, they're actually potting up more conifers because it's better to pot up a conifer in this fall time than it is a maple. Sometimes the maples can stay a little too active, and by potting the conifers up, they just thrive and do well and get ready a little bit quicker. And so right now at Buchholz, they're actually potting and filling the space back up even more.
Many thousand conifers getting potted up out there right now, from liners to 1 gallons and from bigger sizes on up. So we're kind of just keep extending things on up. I mean, I'm running through this area pretty quick, guys, but these are big pots. Like a lot of what we're looking at are bigger than 1 gallons. That first section down there was 1 gallons for perspective. A lot of these are 6s and 10s. Now this area through here are a lot of interesting 1s.
Or there's some Suga pendula. That's probably one of my favorite weeping hemlocks.
2 gallon golden ghost. Those actually just appeared on a 10 of 10. So many great plants though. Again, it just gives the ability to mass produce things.
And there's some 2 gallons of Biltmore Blue. I know we've got a number of 1 gallons here at Mr. Maple. So cool.
More Biltmore Blue. We like that one. So many amazing plants though. Gives you guys a little bit of perspective of the size of what we're cultivating. Some Van Huey Smiths there in 1s. Gives you an idea a little bit about our kind of project and how we're expanding. And you know, kind of what we're thinking about. Like we're trying to go into a lot of different areas, but maintain that quality and really get some just great looking plants. So a lot of this isn't even finished out here. A lot of the stuff's still in progress. Some of this house we're looking at here may have just gotten potted up.
And then some of these holes you see are things that just got shipped out.
Right.
And so it's interesting because, you know, if you ship out a tractor trailer load of plants from Buchholz Nursery, you see spaces.
It's fun to show you this though, because you kind of get a little bit of perspective on the size that we're going for here. We've really been growing things a lot. We've really been expanding what we're working on a lot, and it gives us the ability to do just more. And so it'll be more for you guys here at Mr. Maple as well. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Mr. Maple Show.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.